Prediction?
Yes, prediction.
Pain.
Are you ready? I was born ready.
Obviously, you're a little, aggravated by the line of questioning regarding Canelo.
I don't want to touch this, dirty, so bad, I don't want to touch his name.
I'm working on feeling the art of humbleness. Can you be with me? That's the reason why I'm crying, because I'm not that person no more. And I miss him. But sometimes I feel like a bitch. I don't want that person to come out, because when he comes out, hell is coming with him. And it's not funny at all. It must sound cool, like I'm a tough guy. It's just I hate that I'm scared of it.
It would be awesome to, be being a great warrior, maybe with a Mexican.
Let's go. Way pop.
I have to put the joke.
No, hey.
Thank you for playing, man. I appreciate
Good
you.
timing, man.
Can't put predictions, man, but I definitely don't want to leave it to the judges.
All right, we are live in the house. This is another episode 5, actually, of Fight for Boxing podcast. So honored here today. And in the house, we have my man, Elcano Loco from Elcano Local Sports. This is the second one he's joined me, so thank you so much. And the absolute privilege, the man, the myth, the legend, Coach Vincent Reyes from Reyes Boxing Gym in Fort Worth. Hello, sir. Man.
What's up, everybody?
Oh, man, what is up is, again, such an honor and so happy to be talking to you. When we first initially started that, there were so many things that were up in the air and regarding the status of gyms, as a coach and as a mentor of young men and women, just kind of talk about what you were going through, during the lockdown pandemic and the challenges you faced with not being able to work with your kids and your young adults.
It was rough. I mean, for 2 months, I'm so used to being on the go, from my job all the way to then go straight to the gym. It's just like, man, it was new. It was like really new. So I didn't really know what to do. I was just, I had all this free time. I said, man, what do I do? So I just got stuff done around the house and make the wife happy. But anyway, but then I started doing some personal training out of my garage because, hey, the bills still got to be paid, so
yeah.
Hey, let's do it. And then I was hustling my shirts, my face mask, water bottles. I had to do whatever I had to do. So,
right.
Of course, as you know, I had to do the fundraiser just because, we were closed really for two months. So, hey, bro, we had to make it happen, but we did.
That's a hard thing to do.
Yeah, you definitely did make it happen. So salute to you, and thanks for all the people that supported you. Are you still selling? You said the face mask. I know you got going for $15, and the shirts. Are those still available for those that do want to support you? And can they go to your social media to get it?
Oh yeah, just go to my Instagram. Reyes Boxing Gym on Facebook or Instagram as well, or you can just go to my regular one on Vincent Reyes. And then there's a lot of us out there, so it's the one with me and my wife. Anyway,
good one.
But I'm actually gonna have to order some more, bro, because during the pandemic, I sold like 310 shirts, t-shirts, dry fit. I sent them like 8 different states and the UK. So
wow,
that's
amazing.
That's love, and salute to you. And I'm so glad it worked out like that. That's actually some of the best news I've heard all day. So that's why we like doing this to, put the word out there. But you know what? It's still not enough because there's still challenges because of the restrictions. What things did you have to do to get the gym ready, and prepared so you can bring back your kids and young adults?
Oh yeah, like even though we weren't open, I was going by there 3 times a week just to clean it. Even though it was already clean, I mean, I was going bleach and everything, spraying Lysol, and all that stuff was hard to get, So luckily, I train a nurse, and so I was able to get the hookup on that a little bit. So
shout out to her.
And then I was also able to, get some stuff online, and but you had to wait like a month just to get it. And then I was buying stuff, people say, hey, this dude got whites. They selling them like $5 extra. I said, hey, bro, I'll take them. So I was stacking up, like my garage, which turned into my mini gym. I was stacked up, bro. So I got Lysol like from the hospitals, and I got the stuff that actually kills the COVID spray. I got wipes. I got everything to last me another month, so I'm good, bro. But I was just cleaning up, man, pretty much.
Okay. Well, I know that they recently opened it back up, the Texas Workforce Commission, the combat force. Wednesday, they opened things back up for, events and small events. So how many people are you able to have in your gym? And how are your hours right now? Are they limited for those that, want to, check out your place in Fort Worth?
Oh yeah. Like, I've always broke down the kids from the adults and the pros. I've always done that anyway. So it was kind of like an easy transition, but when we barely opened, and we opened on the 18th. I mean, that's a weird day to open, past the middle of the month. And then we was at 25%, but now we're at 50%. But my kids, I bring them in 5 to 6, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. And the adults and the pros and the real fighters, I bring them in after 6. So I've always separated them anyway. But like if it gets too crowded in my gym, I just take them outside, because hey, we got, we're in Texas, bro. It's hot, so it ain't rained in forever, so
right.
So I'll take them outside, I'll make it happen regardless.
Man, speaking of making it happen regardless, our man O'Connell, who's also on the line, he talked to the Texas Queen of Boxing. That's Coach Christine Lopez. She shouted you out yesterday. So he wanted to get on here and, show some love and support. He wanted to ask you about, you're working with some young, great talent like always. O'Connell, thank you so much for being on here today. And what questions do you have for the coach?
Nicole Ocasio, I'm always interested in the young prospects coming up, whether they're female or male, and it doesn't matter to me whether they're amateur or just starting out in the pros. Those are the ones that interest me. Those are the ones I like to bring to my channel because those are the ones that need to be spoken about. That's the future. Oh, yeah, exactly. Yeah, Nicole, I've had the pleasure of working with her for like 3 years now. She's originally from Tampa, Florida. Oh, man, she's wonderful. Like, she don't complain. She works harder than most of my pros. And, wow. She was ranked number 1, for 3 years as a junior, and then, but now she's considered elite with, now she's fighting grown women. So we're working on getting her ranked again, with the elite group now. So, but, she's a 5-time national champion. She's, man, she's a pleasure to work with, man. She's still in the amateurs, right? Oh yeah. Like, right now, I mean, we're gonna shoot for 2024, at least that's the plan right now. And I'm not in no hurry to, she's just 19 years old. She's a baby, and she didn't start boxing till like 4 years ago. So she's like really stepped it up, man, and she's accomplished a lot in such a short time. So she's still not at that grown woman strength either. She's right. She's like 21, 22. Oh, bro, she's gonna be fierce, and but she's a beautiful boxer. She's a beautiful person. Oh man, she's a pleasure. And is she y'all gonna try to slide her into the 2021 Olympics that they're gonna have, or? Well, they've already got the team, pretty much, and then like she was a junior, leading up to it. Like you got to win so many things to get up to that before, and she was still a junior, so she wasn't able to build up her points to get to that level. So it was like an uphill battle just to even think about 2020, because we didn't have enough time, and mainly because of her age. Yeah. So are y'all gonna plan to get her in the Olympics the next go around, or are y'all just gonna shoot for pro next? Well, right now we're shooting for 2024, but a lot can change in the next couple of years. Like I'm not in a hurry because she's still a baby, she's still young. She barely has. She don't even have 35 fights yet. Okay. But that's what I'm saying. She's won a lot real fast. So like sometimes you gotta pump the brakes a little bit. Say, hey, I got to remind myself, hey, she's still a kid, you know. So, and even though I would like to push her harder, I don't need to push her harder. That girl pushes herself, but I got to remind myself she's still a baby, you know.
See, Sean, that's why I pumped the brakes on Sandra Sayers. That same exact reason. Because I just thought it was too much pressure for him.
No, that's a props to you, Coach. Because I mean, you know, anytime you have somebody that's so talented, you know, and you know, people are wanting to see more from them, the pressure does come down on you because it goes through you. You're the coach. You're calling the shots. So, you know, helping set the right expectations and looking out for their best interests, that's a beautiful thing. And, you know, that's definitely a blessing. And 2024, you know, definitely can't come soon enough. Now, you talked about her work ethic and not working the guys. I love hearing that. I know Akano loves hearing that. Everybody. But what actually, as far as like technically boxing wise, do you think like sets her apart from everybody else? Like to you, from what because you've seen so many great boxers.
Oh, bro, her footwork is unreal. And yeah, like me being a boxing coach, looking at the opposing fighter, that's one of the first things I look at is her footwork. How they react going to the right, how they react going to the left, you know, stuff like that. And her footwork is just immaculate, bro. I mean, like her angles, her footwork. I mean, of course, her work ethic would be number one, but the girl's footwork is crazy, bro. I mean, she's legit, man. That's all I can say.
I gotta ask about her jab now. What's her jab?
Oh yeah, hey, bro, that's the most important punch in boxing.
That's why I'm asking you.
and you know, like you know, that's like a lost art, man. I said, I don't know what's wrong with a lot of these coaches, man. The jab sets up everything. I mean, come on, everything. Man. I mean, yeah, that's the most important punch. Oh yeah, she got a good jab, but you know, like that's just. I mean, if you know, people, a lot of these coaches, they try to be too pretty these days, and they don't even do half that stuff in a fight. I said, you know, like I see, you know, I'm not hating on nobody, but you see some coaches, they do it for the camera and they try to be pretty. They do this, they do that. They need to train the fighter to their strengths and what they do the best, you know, and they need to, you know, if you can't do your basics, don't try to do this other stuff, you know?
Right.
I mean, bottom line.
Definitely. So not just as her, you know, Nicole Casio, obviously a great story, and we'll continue to watch her. Talk about, because you said you have other fighters there as far as pros that she's out working right now, but gotta show them love as well. Can you kind of talk about them and what it's like, you know, getting the chance to work with them again, you know, now that things have opened back up?
Oh yeah, I started working with Jesse Angel Hernandez, and then I just got to keep his butt consistent. You know, he's like 12-3. You know, I just started working with him, and I've known him since he was a kid, but I just started working with him. And then, you know, he was ranked in the top 10 at one time, and he just got to get himself together. And then I got two other kids that I'm about to turn pro. Brandon Despain, he's originally from Michigan. He was already supposed to have 2 fights, but this pandemic screwed everything up, you know, and he should be 2-0 by now. And
what weight class?
At 130. And then I call him B Rabbit. You know, he's a white boy, man, that everybody trips out because I've only had him for a year and a half, and they said, man, you know, they say, oh, I'm fighting a white boy, and then but they get in there, say, oh, damn, this white boy can fight, you know, and then so I kind of kept him under wraps at first, you know, when I barely got him. Because you know, I just had to clean him up a little bit, and then you know, he ran through the gloves, and then we got beat in the semifinals in state. But you know, but he was supposed to, you know, make his debut like 2 months ago, and then we were supposed to have another fight right after. But now, speaking of, you know, you said things opened up, we're scheduled to fight in July, so hopefully everything works out because these small promoters can't do fights without fans, you know.
Yeah.
Like they're not top ranked, they're not Golden Boy, or you know, they can't keep up with the big boys because they got the TV money. But these smaller guys, they gotta start off slow, you know, and they need the fans, you know. Yeah. And I also got another guy, Brandon Rivas, tall southpaw. He won, you know, we took him to Vegas a couple years ago. He won nationals out there, and
He just got a job as a mortgage lender, so I say, bro, make that money. I don't want you to have to fight. I want you to want to fight, And hey, the boy's been showing up, and he doesn't have to box, but that's why I can tell he wants to fight, because he doesn't have to be there, but he is.
He's got passion for it. He's got the love for the sport.
Exactly.
That's awesome, Coach. So, I know, we talked about before, because of 5 decades of Reyes Boxing Gym and all the great fighters that have come through there. For those that are watching this and may hear this podcast and have an opportunity to, you know what, maybe I should try and see what I can do. What does Coach Vincent Reyes look for? Because I love asking Coach this. What do they look? What do you look for when you're like, okay, they got it? Like when you saw Nicole, you saw, she had that special fire. She had that jab and that footwork. And then, B Rabbit, he had something special. He had that spark. So what do you look for? What is it? One thing? Is it multiple things?
It's a multiple thing, but you got to want to do it, bro. I mean, I've seen so many talented fighters, but you can't rest on your talent. You got to put that work in. I've had several good fighters that should have been well rated, but they didn't put the work in. I don't care how talented you are. Hard work beats talent any day. If you put the two together, you got a world champion.
You're damn right.
But you got to put that work in, man. But I like people with passion. Passion. They gotta have the want to. Hey, bro, there's days I don't want to be at the gym, but I'm there. And hey, bro, you gotta have that want to.
Absolutely. No, I love hearing that, and hopefully that people that are thinking about it, they'll reach out to you or reach out to some other gym. That's the thing. These a lot of gyms unfortunately didn't make it through. And it's still going to be a fight, so it's going to be an ongoing thing. We got to keep pushing, and it's only going to happen if people are aware, and that's definitely why we're doing this. I would like to kind of know, obviously, your father, the gym is legendary, but you stuck with it though. Is it just part of life, and that's all you've known? Or do you still have that fire? Do you still love it as far as being in the boxing game?
Oh yeah, Brandon. Just like I said, I got a regular job. I've been with Pepsi for 32 years now. So that pays the bills. But, boxing's my passion, so, just like I said, I don't have to be there, but I want to be there. That's the difference. So,
yeah,
you got to have the passion to be in the game. And that's what, someone asked me one day, what does it take to be a good coach? I said, hey, bro, you gotta dedicate yourself. Dedication. Because it takes a lot of dedication, bro. Especially having a family, a regular job, you got to have that dedication, man. So that's what I say.
Well, salute to you, my brother Hopper Dominguez says, keep up the great work, Coach. He's a big fan of yours. I am as well. Like I said, I'm giddy, man. I can't believe that I get a chance to finally talk to you on this podcast, and then with my man O'Connell. So it's definitely great. Now, can you share maybe some stories as far as fighters that didn't have the work ethic, and as far as for those that don't have that passion commitment, that you don't play boxing? Have you had that where people came in, they just thought they had super talent and they found out real quick?
Oh yeah, well, I'm not gonna put his name on blast, but he's still my boy. I still love him, but I trained him since he was 7 years old. We won 3 national titles together. We won a WBCU title together, international, intercontinental title as a pro. But he could have did something better if he would have put the work in.
I respect this coach a lot, man, for not bringing his name out, because that shows me a lot about your character, man.
So, but I still got love for the kids. So.
Yeah, so and that happens, right? You can't want it for somebody else, and those situations are tough. So that's definitely a challenge. So in regards to keep pushing forward and working with the youth And also, but not just that, for your gym and people just want to get in shape. I see you post videos on your Facebook page, and people are, hey, you're making them, you're putting that work in with them too. So can you kind of talk about that and supporting them as well?
Oh yeah. Well, I put it to you this way, like 3 years ago, I mean, my gym was struggling, bro. And it's kind of my fault because I was putting too much time into like certain individuals and stuff like that, and I wasn't running it like a business. I said, you know what, man? So 3 years ago, I prayed about it. I said, tell me what I need to do. So I said, I started building up my kids program because the kids are our future. And then, and then I started doing personal training. Oh my gosh! I mean, it just blew up. I started posting on social media, on Instagram and Facebook mainly, and it just blew up. Because these people will pay you good money just for 45 minutes of your time. And I'm not going to tell you what I charge, but it's good. I've made
they can inbox you of those that want to know though.
Yeah, and then I made more money doing some personal training than some of my pro fighters, but I make time for both, so but I'm not just going to make time for any pro or whatever. And because I've turned down people, let's say, nah, because I don't think they might have the desire to put the work in or whatever. And I can do some personal training versus training this dude, and he'll show up 2 weeks and be gone for 2 weeks. I mean, I don't play that no more. I've been doing this for too long.
Right.
All money ain't good money.
And exactly. And I don't want to waste my time with nobody like that.
No, and that's awesome. And I'm glad that you had that epiphany of this is a business. My time is valuable. That's why we're again so happy you're speaking with us right now, and that for those that are wanting to commit, they'll show themselves, and for those that are willing to pay, they'll be willing to pay. So I'm glad it's turning around. But I knew you figured something out, Coach, when you told me those T-shirt numbers. I knew that I figured you were doing definitely something right. So we definitely want that to keep pushing forward and keep pushing through for that continued success. And I just wanted to say again, personally, that I've always admired you as a man and as a coach and what you do for the community. I love it so much in what you do, and you're a man of faith, and you put that out there, and you're a very strong individual. So that's great. All the success you're getting, is good. We want to get more of it. That's why we want to have these types of platforms to share what you're doing and really kind of get the word out. That being said, I would love for you to kind of just thank everybody that came out you had the fundraiser, the barbecue, which my wife got on me for not going, by the way, but I made sure to get my donation in there.
I couldn't go. I'm in Florida. I did share the post, though.
You did.
Hey, we appreciate anything.
So what would you like to say to them right now for those that are listening? Because, hey, not just Texas, but everybody, the world needs to know what Coach Vincent Reyes is doing right now for the community. And, he deserves this time. So you have the floor, sir.
No, I appreciate everybody that came out. Oh man, I set it up for 11 to 3, and we were sold out of brisket plates by 1:30. I mean, man, they tore it up, man. And we had 3 huge briskets and 20-pound briskets, and we chopped it up small so we can stretch it out. We had rice and beans, potato salad. We had everything, bro. We came with a drink. And oh man, they definitely showed the love. Not just the community, but I had outside people from other states sending me donations. So just like I talked to you earlier, I had to raise money for 2 months, where it really came out of my pocket. So but I was hustling shirts, face masks, do what I had to do to pay the bills. And then, just like I said, I had to make it happen regardless. So thankfully, everything worked out. I got good people behind me, my coaches, my family, of course, man upstairs. So I'm good.
Absolutely. Always got to, give credit to God. So you want to shout out some of your coaches right now, give them some love, and some of your young fighters make sure to get their name out there so everybody can kind of know and keep track of them?
Oh yeah, I got my business partner Tony Cabello, and then I also got Coach Mo who handles the kids for me, bro. He's definitely a blessing. Like Coach Mo, because I don't always have time to deal with the beginners, but I help them. We get like 15 kids in there. Oh yeah, I gotta jump in and help them, because I want them to learn the right way to do stuff.
Oh yeah,
right. And Coach Mo, he works on their basics. Throw the jab, the 1-2. Just like we talked about earlier. Learn the basics. Don't be trying to get pretty too soon. Learn your basics, and then of course I got Coach Carlos. He hasn't been there that much lately, and of course Coach JB. He's my first state champion back in '96, and he's helped me a lot. And then Coach John. It's like I got like 5 coaches, but they've all been there at one time or another. Some more than others, but hey, they're all a blessing.
Man, that's great. And I guess the last thing for me would be if you could sum up your gym in one word. What does it mean to you, Coach?
Family.
Family.
All right.
Yeah. Awesome, man. So again, thank you so much for your time. Thanks for all you do for the community and the kids. And we're going to be pushing for you always, supporting you, and because we support those that support the community. Much love, Coach, and thank you so much. And like he said, everybody, it's all about family. Vincent Reyes, Coach Reyes, thank you again. All right, peace.
Peace.
Peace out, bro.